The next thing you might want to do, especially for women, is to enhance their lip color. So if they don't have a lot of lipstick, sometimes you might want to add a little color to their lips. So we're going to use a new brush for this. So I'm going to just make sure we have a new brush with no settings selected. I am going to turn auto mask on and select overlay on so I can see what I'm working with. So I'm just going to paint on, try to get the selection, turn up the density actually, and just paint over the lips. Now, don't get confused because I'm actually not painting on right now. That's just the mask overlay. And that's looking pretty good. Now, that's not necessarily the lipstick color that this lady wants. She's not going to clown school. So let's be a little bit more subtle. Let's turn off our mask overlay. One thing you can do is just play with the tint. Dragging over to the right can add a little bit more color and more magenta. You can also just increase the saturation. You can play with exposure to make it darker or brighter. Now, brighter doesn't work that good, but making it a little bit darker can make it pop. Clarity, make it soft. Soften it up just a little bit. You might even want to change the color completely. So if you click color, you can go in and pick a color, make it something a little bit more dramatic. Now, that's not necessarily my style of lipstick for editing photos, but it's a technique that you can use to change the color of lipsticks. Now, you want to go in here and make sure it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go in with a really small brush, lower the density, and make sure that the edges look pretty good. And this area over on the left-hand side looks a little awkward, so I'm going to actually erase some of that, especially like in her mouth on the edge. Now, I'm not a makeup artist, so someone might tell me that I'm adding lipstick completely wrong, but I think it looks pretty good. Again, I'll go in here, erase just a little bit, especially on the top of her teeth. In her gums, we don't want that. I think the color's a little bit too much, so I'm going to drop down that saturation. All right, but if we do the before and after, you can see that her lips do start to pop a lot more. Cool, so that's just kind of one of the next steps you can do to adding color and making lips fuller, more colorful. Even for guys, you might want to add a little bit of pinkness, a little bit of saturation to make it a little bit more pronounced as well. Cool, thanks for watching.